If you're looking for an easy, light and fluffy dessert made from simple ingredients, this No Bake Strawberry Cheesecake made with fresh strawberries is just the one for you. Hi, and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share and comment. And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. For this strawberry cheesecake, we're going to start by crushing 300 grams of shortbread cookies. Now you could use graham crackers, you could use digestive biscuits, you could use any cookies that you like. Now you could either put them into a Ziploc bag like I'm doing, or you could put them into a food processor and pulse them till you get a fine crumb. We're going to pour the cookie crumbs into a bowl and we're going to add 1/3 cup of melted unsalted butter to it. And using our spatula, we're going to work the butter into the crumbs so that they absorb the butter and you get a wet sand-like texture. Now I'm using an 8-inch, which is 20 centimeters springform pan, but you could use a 9-inch one if you like. And I've lined it with the parchment paper because this makes it easy to slide the cheesecake off when it's ready. Now we're going to add the cookie mixture into the springform pan, and using a little pressure, we're going to even it out till it forms a firm base. Now let's keep this aside and start prepping our white chocolate. We're going to chop down 250 grams of white chocolate, put it into a bowl, and we're going to melt it for 1 minute in 30-second increments. White chocolate adds to the sweetness, helps to firm up the cheesecake, and also gives it a smooth texture. And now that it has just melted, we're going to stir it around till we get a smooth consistency. We're going to keep this aside to cool, and in a bowl we're going to squeeze a lemon, and we're going to measure out 2 tablespoons, and to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water. Now let's give that a quick whisk. Now to set our cheesecake, we're going to go in with 2 sachets, which is 14 grams of powdered gelatin. Now if you wanted, you could always swap this with agar-agar. Let's mix that together, and now we're going to keep this aside for the gelatin to bloom. Now you're going to grab the reddest fresh strawberries that you can get, and we're going to take 600 grams and chop them into small bits. We're going to put the chopped strawberries into a blender, and we're going to puree them. We're going to be making a strawberry sauce to add to our cheesecake. So we're going to take the puree, add it to a saucepan, then add 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and now we're going to add in the bloom gelatin. Now we're going to put this onto a medium heat and we're going to allow it to cook for about 5 minutes till it thickens. Make sure that you keep stirring it while it's on the heat. And once it has thickened, you're going to take it off the heat and pour it through a sieve. And using the back of a spatula, we're going to put a little pressure so that we get a smooth sauce coming through the sieve. Now this is going to help to remove the seeds and the pulp of the strawberries, giving us a nice smooth texture to our cheesecake. We're going to keep this aside to cool completely while we work on the rest of our cheesecake filling. In a large bowl or the bowl of your stand mixer, you're going to add 2 blocks, which is 500 grams of cream cheese. And this should be softened cream cheese, which is at room temperature. And we're going to whisk it up till it turns airy and smooth. Occasionally, you want to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl so that you get any of that cream cheese that may be stuck around. You can see how creamy and airy the texture is. Now to this, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and the melted, cooled down white chocolate. And we're going to give it a whisk till it gets well blended. Remember to occasionally scrape down the bowl all around and at the bottom so that everything gets well blended. Now to this, we're going to add 1 cup of whipping cream and we're going to whisk it on a medium-high speed till it gains a little volume and the cream thickens. This step is essential to getting a nice light texture to the cheesecake. Once the strawberry sauce has cooled down completely, we're going to add it to the mixture and whisk it till it gets well incorporated. Make sure not to overmix it because we do not want to loosen up the texture of the mixture. And to finish it off, we're going to scrape down the bowl with our spatula and fold in the mixture to make sure that everything is well incorporated and we do not have any white streaks of just the cream cheese. Now we're going to pour this into our prepared springform pan. Wow, look how smooth and luscious that mix is. And we're going to tap it down on our work surface to remove any air bubbles. And we're also going to give it a quick little jiggle to flatten the surface on the top. Now let's cover this up with a plastic wrap and refrigerate it overnight so that it gets a chance to set. Now that our cheesecake has set, we're going to unmold it. But before that, let's use a spatula and release the edge of the cheesecake. And once you've unlocked the clasp of the springform pan, it's time to lift it up and keep it aside. Now we're going to transfer it onto our serving platter and decorate it. I'm going in with swirls of fresh whipped cream, and we're going to put them all around the edge of the cake. To make sure that we get them evenly, I like to put one on the top, then one at the bottom, then on either sides, and then in the center of them all. Now let's cut strawberries into half and place them on each swirl. When you're choosing the strawberries, make sure that they're of equal sizes so that the design looks even. And now to finish it off, let's add some white chocolate curls in the center. This makes an excellent, refreshing dessert for summer. And this also makes a perfect presentation to impress with ease when you're gifting it to family or friends. Now we're going to cut a piece, making sure that we get that lovely cream swirl with the strawberry topping and chocolate swirls. Oh my goodness, look at that. And now it's time to give our strawberry cheesecake a taste. Wow, and I'm really excited. See this, just have a look at it. Wow. Wow, I just love the strawberry cheesecake. It's so silky smooth and melts in your mouth. And you get that fresh strawberry flavor in the cheesecake. So I hope you give this recipe a try. Either hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, or hit the link in the description box below for the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.